it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
Good morning, guys. JT here, and here are my takeaways from today's UWM Sales Huddle. And guys, as usual, before the Sales Huddle starts, they usually have a quote at the top right hand of the screen, and this time's quote read like this: "If you believe it will work out, you will see opportunities." Now check this out. If you believe it will work out, you will see opportunities. On the contrary, if you believe it won't, then you're going to see obstacles. Another thing that surprised me, during this sales huddle, there was 450 in attendance, guys. Okay, 450. You already know how I feel about that. I say it video after video, time after time. Now, what that means to you is that those in the mortgage industry are simply getting better. They're traveling across the country to going to Pontiac, Michigan to simply get better. So without further ado, let's get right into it, okay? If you've been watching these videos consistently, you will notice that before I would share my entire takeaways. Now, what I've done now is I've condensed my takeaways to the top 3 takeaways. So here's number 1. When you get something good, take the extra step to ensure you get all the good value from it. Now, let me repeat this once again, okay? When you get something good, take the extra step to ensure you get all of the value from that situation. And here's what I mean by that, okay? Let's just say that you're on a phone call with a real estate agent, you're updating him throughout the transaction, and then during this time where you're on that call with the agent and you just got done through updating him, okay? You know what, JT? I'm very pleased with the way you and your team have been operating and have been communicating throughout the entire transaction. I will tell you, JT, that I've been in the business for a long time, and or at least it's been a very long time since I've worked with a loan officer like you that communicates at a very high volume, JT. Now, I'll tell you, these conversations I have consistently, because that's how we operate, okay? But going back to this takeaway, okay? When you are on a conversation like that and they compliment you, be sure that you get as much value from it. For example, Mr. Whitecamp, John, tell me more. What do you mean by that? See, and I'm going to ask you this only because I want to get better. Whereas opposed to the average person would simply be like, well, you know what, Mr. Whitecamp or Mr. John, thank you so much. This is how my team and I do it. Good. Okay, that's a given, right? You know you're good. But how can you get better? How can you make that situation that much better, right? So my question would be, thank you so much. We really appreciate your compliment. But this is how we operate day in, day out. Break that down for me. What do you mean? What do you like from that? And the reason why I'm asking you is because if you believe that's good, we only want to get better. At Go-To Mortgage Solutions, one of our core values is we improve daily. So thank you for that, but how can we make that much better? Number 2, passion. But here's what they meant about passion. Be passionate about the hustle. Right now, we are hustling, and there's 2 different types of people. The people that are being passionate about the hustle and the people that are complaining and that are scared about the hustle. Be passionate about how you sell. Luckily for my team and I, we just got through reading Unreasonable Hospitality. And Jesus Christ, that book, really talks about how to be unreasonable with everything that we do, with how to be unreasonable with how we go about treating our customers. Be passionate about helping others. Passion is the fuel to succeed. Without passion, you ain't got no fuel. Without fuel, you can't get very far or anywhere for that matter. So be passionate during this time. And it kind of goes back with the video I did last week. We talked about winners, right? And we talked about losers, okay? Winners will always find a way to win. When they see something come up, they'll always make the best out of it. Losers, complainers, regardless of what happens in the marketplace, they're always going to be complaining. They're always going to find an obstacle, and they're never going to find a way to overcome that obstacle. So passion fuels you during times like this. And then last but not least, number 3, value. It's not all about just closing loans. that's not your value. Your client is not going to remember the day that you called them to tell them that their loan was closed. Your client's not going to remember the interest rate. Your client is not going to remember their cash to close. Your client is not going to remember how fast you closed their loan. However, they will remember how you made them feel, how they felt through the transaction. Your clients will remember how they felt through the home buying process. Your clients will remember how you made them feel through the entire home buying process. Were you pushy? Were you courteous? Were you mad? Or was it pleasant speaking to you? Were you aggressive or were you passive? Were you informative or were you not? Were they always calling you or were you always calling them? Bring value. Now, bringing value in a time like this simply means that you are creating a customer for life, okay? Right now, our clients are getting 5.5%, 6.5% interest rates, okay? Understand that when rates come back down 12, 24 months from now, right? Do you think that they are going to call you back to go through that same process you made them feel, to experience how you made them feel during the purchase? Well, it depends. If you made them feel good, then we're going to call you. If you didn't make them feel good, then they're definitely not going to call you. And if they felt nothing when they went with you, then chances are they're probably not going to call you either. So bring your value. It's not all about just closing loans or being fast or being the cheapest, but it's about bringing a value through how you make your clients feel through the home buying process. Guys, these are my top 3 takeaways from watching UWM Sales Huddle. I hope that you found them of value. I hope that they carry on through your day, your week, your month, and your year. Now, guys, if you found this of value, please do me a huge favor, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. And if you are subscribing, okay, please be sure to also hit the bell so that the next time I upload a video, you are notified, okay? JT here with JT's Takeaways. Let's have a great day. Let's dominate.